Theo Brown, 9-5, his amateur record. Chance Grizzly Byrd coming in at 2-1. Both guys very young. Chance is 22 years old. Theo at 23 years old. So this is a pretty equal matchup right here. I'm anxious to see who's going to get the W.
Is brought to you by Independent Tire Dealers. It's time now for bout number 2, 3 rounds in the welterweight division. This bout brought to you by Don's Barbershop, located on 23rd Street next to Aldi's. Get faded at Don's Barbershop. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he's fighting out of Brass Boxing from Kansas City, Missouri, Theo Brown. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he trains at Glory MMA from Excelsior Springs, Missouri, Chance Byrd.
Chance Byrd looking very relaxed, very relaxed. Now he has his hand raised in triumph.
Don't know really what that means, but we're going to find out.
I like it. You know, in these amateur bouts, with him being 3 minutes, it is important to go out and take the center early and look to establish control. Theo Brown has the middle of the cage here, looking to work his right hand.
Theo using his hands a lot, almost abandoning the kick so far. A lot of movement from Chance Byrd.
Nice kick to the body from Theo Brown. Chance Byrd looks to change levels, gets in on the takedown, but doesn't look to finish it, just looks to enter. Big knee from Theo Brown, that hurt him to the body.
And now he's looking, Chance is looking for the takedown, gets stuffed. Good knees from Theo Brown, especially at the amateur level.
Yep, Chance Byrd looking to keep the head position in the clinch, lands a nice knee of himself here, puts Theo's back on the fence here. Let's see if Chance can look for a takedown.
Still working for a takedown.
Theo Brown with the underhook, turns it, switches positions with Chance. And a fireman's carry successfully done from Chance, but Theo scooting back, looking to take the back. Theo Brown looking for a guillotine here. Chance falls to his back to defend.
Theo still looking to get this choke, but I think he's abandoning it now to get back to his feet. Anthony, when you keep trying for a takedown like this, is it as exhausting as it looks?
You know, all of it just kind of depends on what style you're used to in the training room. What are you doing the majority of the time? If you're spending most of your training camp looking and hunting and pressuring for takedowns, then it's not going to be as much as a culture shock. The issue with a lot of guys is, you know, they work wrestling a certain amount in their training camps and they spend their whole fight looking for that certain technique, which, you know, if it's not trained and prepared properly, it is going to wear you out. So it all just kind of depends on the fighter.
And Chance still looking for a takedown, pressuring Theo up against the cage, now trying for another takedown. Theo looking for a big bomb early.
Push kick from Theo Brown, looked to land low. There aren't very many rules in mixed martial arts, but one is you cannot hit to the groin area, and I believe that's what happened.
One thing that's been very impressive as far as this amateur fight is going is both guys seem very poised and collected. They're not really rushing into a lot of things.
Yeah, and I think a big testament to that would be, one, they both have some amateur experience, but two, the gyms they come from. You can tell a lot from an amateur fighter just by judging off of where they train at and who their training partners are.
And as you just saw, we saw a replay of the low blow that was landed by Theo Brown. Chance still taking his time to recover, which in one of these instances, you kind of got a judgment call and see how long it does take the fighter, because one guy isn't like the other one as far as recovering from a low blow.
Correct.
Look to be getting back to the action. Touch of gloves, and we're back. Ooh, another big overhand from Chance. Chance's corner calling for more than one strike at a time.
Chance Byrd is lowering his head a lot, and if Theo can start to work the uppercuts like he's doing now, I think it's going to play a big factor in this fight. Theo Brown hits the takedown successfully into side control.
Look to reverse that takedown too, because it looked like Chance was trying to engage in that takedown.
17 seconds left in this round. Let's see if Theo can capitalize here and finish the round strong. He's looking to fish for an anaconda choke right here. He has it locked up. 10 seconds left on the clock.
Kick to the body.
And that's round number 1. I'm going to go ahead and say Theo Brown will take round number 1.
He looked to be more of the aggressor in that round. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he was definitely more of a calculated aggression. You know, Chance was very active as far as his movement goes, but it was a lot of wasted movement in my opinion. His head movement was all over the place. I'd like to see Chance try to use more of that head movement, a little bit of calculated. Use the head movement into a takedown, use the head movement into a punch. Let's see if Zach Cummings can help him make those adjustments. Theo, honestly, just needs to keep doing the exact same thing he's doing, picking his shots, throwing small shots to set up the big shots, and watching the takedowns. I think Chance needs to get this fight to the ground.
One interesting note, Theo Brown choosing not to sit in between rounds. Is that something that is important to note?
You know, it's in the gym, a lot of times when you're sparring, there's no stools.
True.
So sometimes it's something that you're used to with not taking a seat. Me, I prefer to sit.
And here we go, start of round 2. Again, Chance Byrd versus Theo Brown. Second fight of the night, Kansas City Fighting Alliance 19 and Independence, Missouri. Theo taking the middle of the octagon, or excuse me, middle of the cage, and trying to land shots on Chance.
Theo Brown with a hard leg kick. A couple of those will definitely add up. Takes the spring out of your legs. Nice right hand from Theo Brown.
A lot of good strikes early from Theo Brown, but he's only throwing one at a time. Would you like to see him double up maybe a jab or move into combinations?
Yeah, you know, it's very rare that your one shot's going to do all the, accomplish all of your goals. So you got to put 3, 4, and 5 punches together, which comes with just experience in fighting and training.
Chance Byrd again looking for another takedown.
One thing I am noticing from Theo Brown is on these exchanges, on the break, his hands are very low. Anytime you're in striking range, you want to keep your hands up and be aware of the counter punches. So
Theo coming on with big punches and knees.
Big punches here. Theo Brown hurt him.
A lot of aggression from Theo Brown.
Chance Byrd showing a lot of toughness, moving forward. Big
Definitely.
right hand from Byrd.
Looks to be Theo maybe fading here. Nope, now they're both engaged. Theo puts Chance up against the cage. Now Theo looking for a double leg. Yeah, gets it pretty easy.
Hey, get on your side here. Give me that left underhook. Left underhook.
Chances Theo Brown in his half guard, but as far as his legs go, he's in a good spot with the half guard, but he needs to get his upper body in the right spot here. He needs to get to a hip and needs to use his left arm to get low with the underhook. Theo doing a good job at looking to fish his underhook back. Forearm in the throat for control.
There you go. Hey, Chance, get on your hip. There you go. Hey, pass it over your head. I know what you want to do. That's okay.
Looked to be a little mark on the back of Theo Brown, maybe from the stuff of the takedown up against the cage. Lights seem to be flickering, which is a little distracting. Hopefully that doesn't affect the fighters.
Theo Brown in the side control. Landing a couple big shots here.
What does Chance need to do to get out of this position?
Chance needs to get a left underhook and he needs to get on his right hip, which is exactly what he's doing here.
Step over his leg.
Now he's up to his knees. He just needs to fight the hands and try to find his feet.
Thank you.
Theo Brown with good top control so far.
Time.
And that's the end of round 2. I think that would be another round for Theo Brown. Would you agree?
Yep, right now I have Theo up 2 rounds to none going into the 3rd round.
As we go into the third round, what do you think Chance needs to do to get a victory here?
You know, Chance is throwing hard shots. Just when he's doing it, his feet aren't underneath him, his head and shoulders aren't in good position. So he has the right idea as far as throwing big shots on the break. I would like to see him just try to practice on when they are on the break, having somewhat of a good stance to where he can look to calculate and try to aim and put a little bit more technique behind his punch. I do like his mindset. I just think he needs to work a little bit more on position and technique.
All right, and we're about to start the third and final round of this bout. Again, this is Kansas City Fighting Alliance number 19, second bout of the night, Theo Brown versus Chance Byrd.
Get that jab going. Get that jab going.
Big right hand from Byrd. That lands. That has Theo Brown hurt.
And here we go, Chance Byrd showing some aggression, trying to end the fight in this third and final round.
You know, one common mistake that a lot of fighters make is when they have someone hurt, they get very excited. They don't control the distance there. Now Theo Brown has him tied up here and can look to recover. Theo Brown is cut over the eye or the nose. His nose,
Yeah, big cut over his right eye, or left eye, excuse me. Theo with the takedown, still looking to recover, it seems like.
Chance, we gotta move here. Make him work. Make him work.
And with a 3-minute round and being down on the cards, Chance Byrd needs to get up, I think, and really get back to throwing those big strikes that landed the cut on Theo Brown. Would you agree?
yeah, Chance Byrd needs either a submission or a submission or a knockout to win this fight.
One interesting note is it looks to be that Theo Brown is the more aggressive fighter on the ground as far as controlling positions, which it looks to be that Chance was the wrestler going into this fight.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure what Chance's background is here, but I'm after watching this fight going in the third round, I'd probably give Theo advantages everywhere in this fight.
I got your right hip, Chance. There you go. Get it there, hip. Hey, pull that over your head. Pull that knee over your head. There we go.
1 minute left now in the third and final round of
Grab your hand.
Theo Brown versus Chance Byrd. Said it a little early, excuse me. Now we have 1 minute as of right now.
Pet peeve of mine.
It is a pet peeve of yours. Just making sure if you're still checking.
Chance Byrd holding on to that half guard really tight with his legs. Honestly, Theo Brown doesn't really need to do much here. He needs to keep doing exactly what he's doing, controlling the top position and landing punches.
Hey, build up to your knees. There we go. Drive into him. Build up. Build up. Build up. Hey, pick that knee and drive. Pick that knee and drive. Drive into him. Drive into him.
Chance Byrd with a
Theo Brown does a good job of clearing his hips and finding his feet.
Theo Brown losing his mouthpiece.
20 seconds left. Let's see if Chance can look to score a knockout or a submission. He needs it.
Chance Byrd looking to get to mount. 10 seconds left. Chance Byrd giving it his all here to end the fight.
And there's the final bell. I'm going to go ahead and give that 2 rounds to 1, Theo Brown.
Very entertaining fight. Both guys, as I mentioned, seem very poised and calm and collected. In an amateur fight, typically you don't see that type of poise, but they were very entertaining and also throwing some leather there.
I was impressed with Theo Brown. You know, he was in a lot of positions on the ground where he could have hit a lot of submissions. One submission that for sure comes to mind is he had about 5 opportunities to hit a Darce choke, and he was kind of ignoring those opportunities. So, you know, that just comes with experience and training jiu-jitsu and getting better in the gym, which is what I'm sure he's doing. So I'm looking forward to see him in his next bout and see his improvements.
And as we wait for the decision, I want to remind you guys, Kansas City Fighting Alliance number 20 will go down here in Independence, Missouri at the historic Truman Memorial Building October 1st. Make sure to get your tickets and join us as we got a bunch of great fights lined up that night. Anthony, is this a nerve-wracking time here when you have so much time in between after the fight but before the decision? Do you ever start second-guessing yourself as a fighter?
You know, you never know. A lot of times you're your worst critic when you're in the cage, and you can't really see the fight that's going on that you're involved in. So really just have to trust your corner, and whatever your corner says, I usually just believe in. So right now I would imagine Austin's letting Theo know that he's won the fight. But after Theo getting cracked like he did in the third round, that's probably one of the last things that's stuck in his mind right now. So he may not feel that way right now. It's kind of hard to see the whole fight as one whole fight. But he should know that he dominated the first 2 rounds and he should get this decision here. But we have seen crazier things happen in MMA.
That is the truth. Getting the cards now into ring announcer Steven St. John, who should be giving us our decision any second now.
Steven St. John finally gets the cards here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards. We have a split decision.
Here we go. Let's see what the decision is.
Judge Brett Miller scores about 29-28 for Theo Brown. Judge Ross Swanberg scores about 29-28 for Chance Byrd. And Judge Marcus Danforth scores about 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the blue corner, Theo Brown.
You hate to see someone get screwed in a decision in a mixed martial arts fight. Luckily,
Let's get a round
the right
of applause
winner
for
was
both
decided.
fighters.
I was ready to get upset there.
Yeah, you looked to physically be a little perturbed, but yeah, as I agree with you, the right man won the fight. Theo Brown improves his record to 10-5 now, and excited to see what's next for him.